Today, we are going to be talking about the NFP, the non-farm payroll, which happens to be a high impact news for the US dollar. And this has to do with the unemployment, right? And we're going to also be looking at the NFP with respect to the gold, the shiny metal. So we have a lot in store for you based on the NFP predictions, based on what the gold shiny metal has been doing, and what we should be expecting, right? First of all, we always advise traders to always check the calendar. Whenever you check the calendar, it means that you are aware of when there's going to be volatility in the market. Today is Friday, August the 2nd. Happy new month to everybody. And based on the timing that we have over here, this is based on GMT, West African time, and the high impact news will be coming out at 1:30 p.m. 1:30 p.m., right? So this is going to be for the USD, as we mentioned, the non-farm payroll unemployment rate, and then we're going to be expecting the actual to drop later today. But before we even proceed with that, we would be looking at gold to see what it has done this week so far, because combining the fundamentals and the technicals will give you a better understanding of what to expect. As traders, what we do is to forecast using the information that we have in front of us. We're speculating based on XYZ that we should be expecting ABC to occur next. Now, looking at the gold shiny metal, which is rather interesting this week, so to say, right? And of course, beginning of a new month. Now, one thing you'll notice, as you can see, based on the vertical line that we have in front of us, you'll notice that we use that to mark the beginning of this week. And you can see from the beginning of this week, something happened to price over here. First of all, we had a dip over here on Monday. Here is Monday, here's Tuesday, Wednesday information, Thursday, and then here is Friday, right? So first of all, on Monday, we had a drop over here, and then it never looked back after it made lows here on Monday. It pushed higher in this manner, pushed higher up to 900 pips approximately 900 pips. Now we're looking at this based on the hourly time frame. You could always drop, or rather you could always go to higher time frames to also get more information from there, maybe like on the daily time frame, 4 hours, or maybe even the weekly. But we are going to be focusing on one time frame, because at the end of the day, that one time frame is going to give us a lot of information. It's going to let us know what the market has done for this period, because we're looking at the period based on the week, this week, 29th of July to the 2nd of August. 900 pips to the upside. So it has been extremely bullish. So if you were a buyer on gold this week, then of course you should have cashed out. But what if you are a seller? That means that you are probably crying now, you're sweating bullets, especially if you didn't use any stop loss. Now, obviously, we have two styles of trading. We have the trend traders and we have the counter trend traders. The counter trend traders, looking at what we have over here, they are seeing opportunities, where it's all about timing at the end of the day. You need to know when to enter and, of course, when to exit. Timing is key, especially when you are going against the market. The truth now is that no matter how much price pushes higher or pushes lower, there needs to be pullbacks, retracement for price to, regather, re-strategize, and then push in that same direction. So as we have price over here in these highs over here of 2460 area, you can see the highs over here. This is clearly an area of interest. And you can see price has more or less retested the highs from yesterday, Thursday. That's where price is now. Question for you, is price going to hit here and bounce, or is it going to break out here and then push higher, or is it going to drop? This is also based on what we have coming out for the non-farm payroll. If we cross back to the news, if you cross back to where we have the calendar, you notice that the forecast for today is 176. And going back into history, let's click on open details. Way back into history, you notice that from here, we could also look at more, but from here, since the December 2nd, 2022 up till July 5th, last month, we've had more of bullish outcomes for the USD, for the DXY. So as we have had more bullish than bearish outcomes, that means probably, most likely than not, the numbers that we might as well have for the actual is going to be higher for the USD. If that is the case, guys, if that is the case, what do you think would happen to this shiny metal, to this precious metal? You ask me, I'll be expecting it to do what? To drop. And then to drop to where? Because we have some key areas that we could always look to the left-hand side in order to determine like our exit. Now, one thing for entry on this particular chart, if you're going to ask me, oh, where can I enter? Apart from these highs over here, because it could also break out. Since we are looking for counter trend opportunities on the shiny metal gold, with respect to today's non-farm payroll, we know there would most likely be volatility. So expect some whipsaws. Traders might already be fading. Traders might already be using the martingale strategy to place trades. That is rather dangerous, because one thing we always say, that even when the price has done 900 pips in this manner, we all know gold very well. Gold can still push higher and higher. Well, this is what I would like to see. I would like to see in this manner, because I can see a pattern here, and I'm going to call this like a channel, like a flag over here. I can see something here, meaning that what I would personally like to see is a pullback, break these highs over here, and at least hit this area. Once it hits the top of this area here, then we can start looking for price action candles, because this would also give us divergence. You can see for counter trend trading, we are also adding divergence to the mix. And when it comes to divergence, you could use indicators such as the RSI, the relative strength index, or even the MACD, the moving average convergence divergence. So we should have some form of divergence over here. And then if you have price action candlesticks, it could easily be a hammer over here, which is a bearish hammer, or bearish engulfing, or whatever the case might be here. This would be a good one for us to sell and take it back down at least to these lows for a third tap. 1, 2, and probably a third tap, and see whether it breaks out, pulls back, and then drops further down. But my only concern now is that based on the non-farm payroll, and this is a very significant news coming out for the US dollar, based on the non-farm payroll, the NFP, the volatility most likely than not is going to be high. So we might not even see, that is if it gets to this point, we might not even see a pullback here. It might just drop aggressively to the downside. Even here, it might make a mess of it, and we might have like a whipsaw big candle before it drops further down. But as we always say, it's much safer to be a trend trader. So if you're going to be a trend trader, where are the areas that you would like to buy following this particular trend for the week? That's another question you need to ask yourself. Are you looking to buy? Are you looking to sell? What are the things? What is your system telling you? What is your method telling you? Are you using divergence? Are you using price action candles? Are you using chart patterns? Are you using Fibonacci retracement? Because all of these things, they matter at the end of the day, because this is how you are going to be analyzing the market. This is how you are going to be looking at the market for trade opportunities at the end of the day. Don't forget the NFP predictions. The forecast that we are expecting today is 176K. And based on history from December 2nd, 2022, we've noticed that we've been having more of green, which is bullish. So if the USD, the DXY is bullish today, meaning that if we have, better numbers than the 176K, then what will happen? We should expect gold to drop. We should expect gold to drop. Please don't forget, stop loss is very key. You must always know where to set your stop loss. Only if you are thinking of fading your positions, only if you're thinking of using like the martingale strategy. Don't forget, we said martingale is pretty dangerous. And if you are already in this trade and you've been selling from, I don't really know where, but you've been selling and you have not been using any stop loss, I want to believe that your drawdown is a bit high as of now. And if that is your case, you can reach out, let us know where your entry was and what your plan is basically, because you must have a plan either for recovery or maybe your plan is just to close and accept the losses or see whether it could reverse. But please try as much as possible not to crash your account. A lot of people, I'm telling you, a lot of traders today are definitely going to crash their account. And I wouldn't want you to be one of them. Most times I would even say, if you watch our previous videos, especially on high impact news like the NFP, we always say it is best for you to sit on your hand, meaning that the money, your money in your own account is better than in somebody else's account. So this is very, very important for you. We wouldn't want you to crash your account, especially in this brand new month. Always make sure that your risk is good to go. So what is your analysis on this gold, on this shiny metal? What is your forecast on the NFP numbers that we're going to be having? These are questions that we normally ask ourselves. And we're looking at this gold simply because it has moved nicely. It is easy on the eyes. And because it is easy on the eyes, you should be able to make analysis whether you are looking forward to buying or whether you're looking forward to selling on this particular chart. Now, we have said a lot with respect to the directional bias as of now, with respect to where the price is and what the expectations are and what to look out for based on the counter trend opportunity that we have on gold. Look out for this chart pattern to be completed, for price to hit the highs over here. Look out for divergence because this will already be divergence. You can add your RSI, Relative Strength Index. You can add your MACD or any of the oscillators. And at this area here, you could also look out for price action candlestick patterns. So there are some key combinations of things to look out for that will build up your system and of course help you to trade accordingly. Don't forget, it could also be a loss, it could be a loser. And if that is the case, it is for you to accept it and then move on. So in the comment section below, give us your own take. Give us what you are doing now if you are in the gold trade. Are you buying? Are you selling? Are you looking forward to buying? Are you looking forward to selling this week? Or you are going to be sitting on your hands? Let us know in the comment section. So I want to say thank you guys for tuning in. It has indeed been a good one. Please ensure to protect your account accordingly. Use proper lot size volume. Make sure that you have a stop loss on your chart. And if you're going to be straddling or whatever the case might be, well, best of luck. Just know how to manage your trades accordingly. Thank you guys. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Till next video. Catch you next time. Cheers.